Okay, just wanted to do an update video on this MSI GF65, currently on sale for $850, and the upgrades I have done to make this computer a bit better. So I have been using this computer pretty much non-stop for an entire week. It's not my main computer by any means. I bought this just for traveling, my VR headset in the living room, and basically whenever I go to the cottage, because it's way easier to carry. And my computer is built into my desk, so getting that out isn't too easy. So for the $850 price point, I say it's fantastic. My graphics card inside this computer is the 3070 Ti, fantastic graphics card, but I paid more for just that graphics card than I did with this entire computer. I can literally play every single game that this computer can play on this computer. Yes, it's less FPS, but it's not. I haven't found a game that this computer cannot play on decent settings, so I'm pretty content with it. So the things that I bought for it so far: 16 gigabytes of RAM. The RAM that comes in it is 3,200, clocked out at 2,933 because the i5, and it is CL19, so that's latency. So lower the latency, the better, especially with Intel, the MHC, the speed. Doesn't really matter too much with Intel. Anything over 2,400 will pretty much get the exact same ballpark of anything higher. The thing that's important is CL lower. So CL14 is like the best. I went with CL16 Corsair 2400, and it's currently on sale for $66, I believe. So this entire computer cost me, I would say after taxes, and let's say in US dollars. So 850 with tax, it's probably about 930 in the States, and then $60 plus 10 for taxes from Amazon. I would probably say just about $1,000 to get the upgraded RAM, the computer, a cooling pad, which I made a custom cooling pad. I bought, well, sorry, I shouldn't say that. I basically took out the crappy fans that came in this thing. I wanted it because it was wood, but the fans that came in it were absolutely garbage. So I put together my own setup and I used my own fans. Then I used a USB to power them, and it's way better, way more sufficient airflow, way quieter, doesn't ramp up nearly as high, and I've been liking it. Next thing that you definitely need with this computer, only having two USBs and then two C ports, is USB bank. Pardon me, I don't want to pull it out because it's a pain in the butt, but buy USB bank, probably two. I would personally suggest getting the C ones that connect, and then yeah. So downfalls of this PC, since I should stick to that: temps with the CPU were really bad. It took me a while to figure it out, but I just uploaded a video on how to fix that. So if you are curious about that, I went from 94 Celsius down to 67 area, and I only lost between 5 to 8 FPS on average. 10 FPS, I would say, on the higher side, but for getting the temps cut down to that low, I don't think it's that big of a sacrifice, because 94 Celsius is not good, and this part of the laptop up here gets so hot that it actually burns your hands, so getting the temperatures away is pretty nice. And the other complaints about it, of course, are the fingerprint prints on the black. I'm sure everyone complains about that. And not having more than one HDMI to display. So that kind of sucks. So other laptops come with an HDMI port or a DVI, or sorry, a DP port. Or it has two HDMIs, one on the side, one on the back. This one only has the one. And the other computers with Thunderbolt technology will have a C port that actually does display, so you could do C port to HDMI to connect an extra monitor. So for me, I'm pretty much stuck with two monitors unless I figure this out. I use the screen share and then connect to like a smart TV. So when I'm using this for VR, because this might be something that comes up for someone else, you want to be able to watch what the heck your friend's doing on the TV, let's say. I had a huge problem figuring it out because the HDMI had to be taken for the VR headset to send the image from blah to the VR. And then because of that, I couldn't connect a TV, and like getting a splitter is an absolute pain in the butt, and I don't recommend doing that. But if you're using a smart TV like most people do with VR headsets, you can actually just use the wireless to connect to your smart TV and fix it that way. Actually get 60 hertz, shockingly, and it's not slow whatsoever. And actually doesn't slow down the computer at all. I'm trying to keep this video short, but I'm probably not going to be able to. Basically, if you are thinking about buying this computer, I highly recommend it for its price point. Even though it has a weaker 3060, it's about the equivalent of my RTX 2060 in every game that I play. So I would say that that's not bad whatsoever. An RTX 2060 desktop GPU is not a bad card whatsoever, and this performs similarly to that. The CPU, the temperatures do get high. 12 cores, or sorry, 6 cores, 12 threads is a fantastic processor. I do know that some people say that it's not for gaming whatsoever, but I have not had a single problem with any games that I play.